this man by the name of Juhayman, as you know, you might have heard of the story, in the year 1979, he proclaimed himself to be the Mahdi. And he took over Makkah at that time. He took over the Kaaba at that time, and he proclaimed himself to the Mahdi. And he mentioned that a lot of students left the university and went to join him. And he said that I was about to go. He said I was about to leave and join this Mahdi. SubhanAllah, imagine this. This is the students, the people who are studying. And I told him, you know what, you should have attended my talk on the Mahdi first. Perhaps then, inshallah, you would, as a joke to him, obviously, And SubhanAllah, perhaps that we can be guided, inshallah, when something like this happens. So SubhanAllah, look at this. When the reality comes and when people do proclaim to the Mahdi, and it is so confusing if you don't know who the Mahdi truly is and what the Qur'an and Sunnah says about the Mahdi. And so this man, the Juhayman al-Qahtani, his name was Muhammad al-Juhaymani al-Qahtani, he took over Makkah and he killed all the Hujjaj over there, he killed all the people doing Tawaf and Umrah, etc. He killed the guards over there until the Kibar ulama in the ulama of Saudi Arabia, they had their fatwa in the year 1979 in which they told the Hukuma to take whatever measures possible to kill the Mahdi, even if it be by bringing the army in and killing the Mahdi, killing this false Mahdi. And as we know as well, Sheikh Albani rahimahullah and also Sheikh Ibn Baz mentioned that the Mahdi, this guy came to them and said, accept my Mahdiship, I'm the Mahdi, give me bay'ah. And they all said no. They tried to advise him, come here my son, chill out, you're not the Mahdi yet, it's not time yet. And this guy just wouldn't listen. What can you do? Allah musta'an. Let's move on to those people who Muslims thought they were the Mahdi, but they never themselves proclaimed to be the Mahdi. From these people who themselves never proclaimed to be the Mahdi, but the people thought they were the Mahdi, I will talk about two of them. The first is Isa ibn Maryam, radiyallahu alayhi salam. Isa ibn Maryam, alayhi salam, there is a hadith in Al-Bayhaqi that says, La Mahdiya illa Isa ibn Maryam. There is no Mahdi except Isa ibn Maryam. This hadith, of course, is fabricated or da'if, very, 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 very da'if. In fact, Al-Bayhaqi himself mentioned that it is very, very weak. And so, Isa ibn Maryam is one of the people who the people will think that he is a Mahdi. However, he himself will never proclaim to be the Mahdi. The second person who the people thought he was a Mahdi, but he was not the Mahdi, and he never proclaimed to be the Mahdi, was Umar ibn Abdul Aziz. In fact, many of the Salaf, when Umar ibn Abdul Aziz came, as you know, Umar ibn Abdul Aziz, he came at a time of great destruction to his ummah, at a time in which the Khalifas before him and after him were very, very bad, were very evil Khalifas. And Umar ibn Abdul Aziz was like a godsend, he was a mercy to this ummah. And so the people thought he must be the Khalifa, until people even went to Al-Hasan al-Basri and went to Sa'id ibn Musayyib and other people and said, is he the Mahdi? And they said, no, he is not the Mahdi, but he is a Mahdi. He is not the Mahdi that Rasulullah proclaimed, but no, he is a Mahdi as well, meaning he is guided and he guides people as well. Right. Has the Mahdi been born yet? We have two claims to this. The first claim is from the Shia. And we know the Shia claim that Mahdi is born already, and he has been born, and he is living now. And sometimes he takes he has a picnic, he comes out of his cave, and he comes and meets some ulama of the Shia. As we know, Khomeini writes that he met the Mahdi, and he came and had some tea with him, had some cake and biscuits, and then he had to leave. So he went back into the cave and he went back into hibernation. And in fact, the Mahdi of the Shia is something which the Shias truly believe in. And if you read about the characteristics of the Mahdi of the Shia in the books of the Shia, which is such as, for example, Al-Kafi, which is one of their major books, which is like the Bukhari to us, they have the Al-Kafi. In Al-Kafi, if you look at the attributes of their Mahdi, the Mahdi will be aided by the Jews, the Mahdi will be, the Mahdi will be aided by the Jews, the Mahdi will speak Hebrew, etc., etc. And if you look at the description of the Mahdi, you will find that they are in fact describing the Dajjal. In fact, for this reason why the ulama of Sunnah believe that the Mahdi of the Dajjal, Mahdi of the Shia is actually the Dajjal, not really the proper Mahdi of the Ahlul Sunnah al-Jama'ah. Because if you see the attributes of the Dajjal in the authentic Sunnah, and you compare it to the attributes of the Mahdi according to the Shia, you will find a lot of similarities which really truly show that the Mahdi of the Shia will truly be the Dajjal. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows best about that. We come to the point after which the Mahdi will come out. Let's talk about those things that will happen to this ummah. Three things I will talk about. The three things that will happen to this ummah just before the coming of the Mahdi. Just before the coming of the Mahdi. And let's see whether these things have happened to us already, so that we know whether we should pack our bags right now and get going, or what should we be doing. The first thing that Rasulullah ﷺ mentioned is that لا تقوم الساعة حتى تكون عهدة. There will be an uhda, which is basically means a peace treaty. There will be a peace treaty between the Muslims and the Christians. And this is an authentic hadith which is reported in Musnad Imam Ahmed and Abi Dawud and Tirmidhi and Ibn Abi Shayba's Musannaf and others. And in it, Rasulullah ﷺ said that the Sa'ah will not come until the Muslims first have a peace treaty with the Christians. Now I'm going to ask you this question. Aren't the Muslims, all the Muslim states today, aren't they in a peace treaty with the Christians? Yes or no? So this hadith has already come, hasn't it? Yes. Thereafter, after the peace treaty, will come the war of wars. What is this war of wars? It is the Armageddon that all the scriptures have talked about. So the second thing that Rasulullah ﷺ talked about in this hadith, he said, وَبَعْدَ الْأُحْدَةِ تَكُونُ الْمَلْحَمَةَ الْكُبْرَى. The great Malhamat al-Kubra, we can say the mother of battles, the war of wars.